I wanted to give you some detail on how to do your first writing assignment successfully. A couple of things that you want to make sure that you're doing. First off, you want to make sure that this and all your writing assignments have the 7 parts of the letter. So I'm assuming, since you guys are doing this on Canvas, that you have a Google Doc or a Word doc, whatever you use, already pulled up in front of you. And before you start these assignments, you should probably dummy up the sections of the letter. You don't know what you're actually going to be writing yet. You can certainly at least make sure you have the 7 parts of the letter. So again, the 7 parts of the letter are: first thing you need to have in the upper left margin of your letter, the very first thing we see, is the return address. That's your address, the person who's sending out the letter. So for the direct request message, you are representing a company, Qualcomm, and you're sending a letter out on behalf of Qualcomm. So your return address would be a Qualcomm address, which you can make up or you can look one up. Return address number 1. Item number 2 of your 7 parts of the letter. You need the date. The date should be spelled out. It wouldn't be 3/1/2018. It'd be March 1st, 2018. So whatever date you use when you're writing this letter, make sure you have the date fully spelled out. That's item 2. Item 3. You want to have the inside address. That's the address of the person that you're sending the letter to. So typically that's their name, their title, and the physical address where they reside. That's all listed in your scenario. So return address, date, inside address. Item 4, salutation. That's dear Mr., dear Ms. So that's addressing the person that you're sending the letter to. Pretty straightforward. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Your item 5 is the body of the letter. Now that's the actual specific writing assignment that you're doing. So typically that's at least 3 paragraphs, open, body, close. It might be 3 plus 4 paragraphs. And the body of the letter is really the bulk of the letter. And those are in paragraph form. That's item 5 of your 7 parts of the letter. Item 6 of your letter, you've written the letter, you got the body, now you're getting ready to go to item 6, the close. So that's sincerely, comma, or warmest regards, comma, or respectfully, comma, if you want to kiss up a little bit. So whatever you use, you're going to have some type of standard closing. Sincerely, comma, for example. 3 blank spaces follow your closing, and that's where you would put your signature block. So sincerely, space, 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 Nate Scharf, Vice President of Paperclips, right? Name and title. So your closing, 3 blank spaces, and then your very last item is your signature block, item 7. And that's your name and your title. So that's 2 lines. First your name and then your title beneath that. Nothing else, just name and title, not Instagram account or email or cell phone or anything like that, just name and title. Okay, so that's the 7 parts of the letter. Make sure you have that in your letter. Missing one of the parts of the letter is going to cost you some points. So it's 5 points off for each piece of the letter that you're missing. Don't do that. Remember, there's a rubric that you can also look at that explains how the point deductions work for the written assignments. The second part is, let's assume you got the 7 parts of the letter. You also want to make sure that you're following the block format for your letter. The block format means that your letter, it's an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, everything is single spaced with the space between paragraphs, and everything's left aligned. We don't have any indents in business letters when we're using the block format. Everything is left aligned, single spaced, with one single character, one blank return between paragraphs. Okay, so it's really straightforward. We want to use block format. Block format, no indents. Good luck. Thanks for listening.